know how everyone says, oh, be consistent. But nobody really talks about how hard it is to be consistent or how discipline plays out in being consistent. Are we even aware that discipline and consistency are two totally different words? Hi guys, my name is Iniluwa and you're welcome to my world. Hi there, you're welcome to another video on my channel. If this is your first time here, do not forget to subscribe and turn on your notification bell so you would be aware and notified when I drop new videos. I'm always thinking, but yeah, I've been thinking again, and I recently I found myself doing some things that require me to be consistent, like consistent. Like if I do want to get results, I have to be consistent with these things. And one of these days I was just thinking, and I was like, okay, I am consistent. I am consistent, and then it just dropped in my mind. Discipline. I'm like, discipline. How does discipline relate to consistency? So I made my research and I realized that there's actually a difference between discipline and consistency. Now the thing is they work hand in hand, but they are not the same thing. Discipline is doing what you have to do. There is something that you need to do and then you just do it. You just have to do that thing and you do it. That is discipline. Consistency on the other hand is doing something over and over and over again, and it might even build a habit. It may become a habit, yes. So discipline is starting out with something that you have to do. Consistency on the other hand is repeating that thing till it becomes a habit. So let's take the analogy of a fire as an example. Now let's say there's fire. Discipline is the spark that starts the fire, and consistency is that thing that keeps the fire burning. I don't know if I'm making sense. I don't know if I'm making sense, but yeah, discipline is like a spark, and that spark ignites a fire. Is that correct? That spark starts a fire. Consistency is like fuel, exactly like fuel that keeps that fire burning. Let's say you started something and you were hyped, you were pumped up, there was the motivation was there. But all of a sudden, you found out that you started sleeping and you just stopped that thing. The issue is there was discipline, but there was no consistency. You had discipline, but you forgot to build your consistency. I would use myself as an example. I'll keep saying this. I wanted to work out to get my dream body, and I started it. I started it. I actually started it, but it was not quite easy to be consistent. I was disciplined, yes, because I started it, but I wasn't consistent. And the thing about consistency is that there is always this resistance or reluctance. No, resistance is a better word. There's always this resistance, and this resistance always comes up on the third day. You set out to do it. On the first day, you do it. On the second day, you show up again. But by the time it gets to the third day, there's this resistance or reluctance from you, and you're like, maybe I should just even rest. Maybe I should just even take a break. Now, if you are able to push through that resistance, then you will be able to break the barrier of inconsistency. Just then will you be able to obtain or to get or have a grasp of the phenomenon called consistency. Now, even the Bible acknowledges the fact that discipline is hard. If we take a look at Hebrews chapter 12, verse 11, it's just to paraphrase it, it talks about how discipline is hard and how discipline is painful. But later on, it brings about righteousness and peace to those who have been trained by it. So if you allow yourself to be trained by discipline and you are able to impute consistency, that is like a recipe for success. And do you know how they say that you cannot achieve success within your comfort zone? Yeah, discipline helps you to get started on the journey of success, but consistency helps you to move out of your comfort zone. Because if you are within your comfort zone, you can start something where you are comfortable, but if you want to get long-term success, or if you want to get long-term results, consistency pushes you out of your comfort zone. And outside your comfort zone is that place that you get results, that you're able to do wonders. So if you are putting the effort and you are putting the work and you are doing everything that needs to be done, but you still do not or cannot see the results that you were hoping to get, ask yourself, which one am I lacking? The spark or the fire? Thank you so much for watching my video. If you've come this far, I hope you've learned a thing or two or more safe. And I would like to please encourage us to engage, like, subscribe, and share this video with someone you think needs to hear this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.